Hello and welcome. Now in this video, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna finish our recycler view by adding the last thing that we need to do, which is filling our recycler view. Now let's go ahead and open our main activity here. So as you can see, it's empty by now, and we are gonna add the things that we need to add. But before that, we need to add a recycler view. Okay, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I have empty design here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna search in the palette for the recycler view, and here as you can see, it's we need to download it. Okay, because as you can see here, we can click on this download button where it says, would you like to add this library? Okay, so I'm gonna click OK, and they maybe will add it in the future. Okay, but for now we need to add it because it will be added from outside of Android Studio as a dependency. Okay, now let's wait for it to add it, and we are gonna continue on. Now as you can see, after Android Studio added this library for us for the recycler view, and the download button has been gone because the library has been added. Now what we can do, we can just drag and drop our recycler view here. Now the only thing that we need to change in the recycler view is just maybe the ID. Okay, or you can leave it there. You can maybe, if you have a default ID, then you can leave it, but in my case I do not have any ID, but I'm gonna assign my ID. I'm gonna type recycler_data. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. Going back to our main activity, here we are gonna do all the job. Okay, so I'm gonna first of all remove the steps because it's just a comment, and we are gonna here finish our recycler view. So first of all, I'm gonna create a variable. I'm gonna call it items. Okay, and it's equal to an array list. Okay, this is something that we have worked with previously. Okay, and this array list should be of type the custom class. Okay, and what we can do, we can leave it empty for now, and we are gonna add all the items here. So I'm gonna type items dot add. Okay, and here what we need to do, we need to call the custom class here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm calling the custom class, and here we need to pass it two things. The first one is the title should be of type string. For example, here I'm gonna type Android app, and the second one should be an image from your drawable folder. So I'm going to type r.drawable.any image that I have in my drawable folder. Now for the time saving, let's duplicate these lines a little bit, add some extra data, and after we have added all this data, what we can do now, we can first of all create a variable for our recycler view. Okay, so I'm going to type recycler, it's equal to the find view by ID method, and we need to cast it as a recycler view. Okay, so let's search for the recycler view, and the ID should be r.id.recycler_data. Okay, we should set the recycle data. We have it right here. Now let's call our adapter. I'm going to create variable for the adapter. It should be equal to the adapter file that we have created. Okay, we need to pass it the data that we have. Okay, so as you can see, what we are gonna do, we are gonna pass the items in this case, and the second thing that it's required by our recycler adapter is the context. And there are many ways that we can access the adapter. Okay, and what we are gonna do, we are gonna use the an easiest way, which is type application context. Now this application context will take care of everything. Okay, and there are other things that we can pass, ladies and gentlemen, which is how many rows that we want. Okay, we wanna, for example, let's say we wanna 3 rows or 2 rows. Okay, and we can pass them right here. Okay, so but before that, I'm gonna create our let me just create our layout manager. Okay, now as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have fetched our recycler view right here. We have created our adapter right here. Okay, and here I will show you some trick that we can do with the recycler view. So I'm gonna create a variable. Okay, you can start with a variable, or you can leave it like this, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type the recycler which is our recycler view, okay, dot layout manager. Okay, here we have the layout manager. It's equal, we wanna show it as a grid. Okay, so I'm gonna type the grid layout manager. There we have it right here. Okay, and we need to pass it two things. The first one is the context. We can access the context, just type application context. And the second that we think that we can pass it how many rows that, or how many columns, sorry, that we want to show in our recycler view. For example, let's pass 3. I think we are done with that. Now the last thing that we need to do is just type the recycler dot adapter. It should equal to our adapter that we have created in a second. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, everything is set up. First of all, we have created the data, we have created our recycler view, we have created our adapter here, and last but not least, we set a layout manager for our recycler view. Now it's time for us to run our application on a real Android device, and let's see how it will work. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have our application up and running, and we have the recycler view that we have designed it. Okay, so as you can see, even if it's look awful now with these images, okay, duplicated, but my idea here is to show you how to show a title and an image, and with the recycler view. Okay, so it's very nice. Okay, we are using the card view, we are using the grid layout, we are using a lot of stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's really depend on you. For example, how many columns that you want. Okay, for example, if you wanna, let's say you do not like it as a 3, okay, you maybe like it as a 2. Okay, you can here just change the number. Okay, for example, instead of typing 3, you can just type 2 or 4 or as many columns as you want. Now, ladies and gentlemen, maybe what we are gonna do, I will teach you maybe how to set an on-click listener on these items. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we are gonna continue on in the next video.